I bet you like.
Okay, let's have a class. Okay, we're gonna do something for the throat culture. Continue to do. By the way, the dilution quiz. Please submit. Okay, we're gonna grade it for you. Okay, let's do these results first. Remember what we did the first one is urea test. So everybody look at your urea tube. Does the color change? Which one is the urea tube? I had a color change. Change to what color?
Yellow.
The yellow color. Does anybody have urea color change? If no, then it's all negative. So which means this is negative, that is also negative. So no change for the urea. Very simple. Now which bacteria is positive? We mentioned about Proteus vulgarius. This bacteria is positive, but we do not have this pathogen. It's a soil pathogen. Also, Helicobacter pylori is of course is positive. We cannot do it. It's human pathogen. But I just want to let you know, the two what we test in the lab is both on negative. Okay, that's urea test. So you didn't forget about 3-tube fermentation test. Look at your 3-tube. Does anybody have positive? Yes, let's take a look at that. That's a very good example. Okay, 3-tube fermentation test. What is this color? What is the carbohydrates in here? Glucose. Positive. Why? Yellow. Okay, we have glucose. Positive. Why? Yellow color. Acid fermentation. Why it is yellow? Because in an acid environment, the pH indicator phenol red will turn yellow color. How about the bubble of the gas? What's the name of the inside tube? Called the Duran tube. The Duran tube, what's the color? Also yellow, but more important is on the top, there is a bubble. So, E. coli is glucose fermentation positive. And I believe if you look at all your 3-tube of E. coli, you should all find it's positive. Right here. You should have glucose, lactose, and the sucrose fermentation positive, and all of them except lactose, they all had gas fermentation also positive. I believe this is going to be positive, 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 and gas, this is also positive, this is also positive, this may be negative. Okay, is that clear? That's the results how you're going to read these tubes. Okay, what are we going to do today? So let's remove these. Everybody look at your blood agar. What you get? So remember what we did it, how we did that. And I did not remove the blackboard because I want you to refresh yourself what we did the last lab. So we get a throat culture, remember? And we put in a candle jar. The candle jar is macroallophilic environments. Then you see, you should have a colony there grow. Okay, so we had a blood agar. This will be lab 11, throat culture. That will be unknown. Number 2. Okay, so you have this throat culture. How we did it? We did a very intensive cotton swab up here. Then we're using loop. Then we're using loop. So you absolutely will see some colony there. So first of all, look at your colony. Do you have beta hemolytic? What means transparent zone? Look at your blood agar. Usually like this. Let's give an example. Okay. Have your guess. I think you maybe did a good job. Okay. That looks good. So let's take this agar, you like this angle, okay? You look at carefully. You see some of the beta hemolytic colony. Right here. Some of you have alpha hemolytic, but you see beta hemolytic pinpoint colony right here. Okay, if beta hemolytic pinpoint colony, what we're going to do confirmation test. Number one, catalase test. Catalase test corresponding to fact sheets in chapter 15. It is a test number 3. So we finished the first 2, urease and the 3-tube fermentation. Catalase test is right here. Okay, I will show you how we're going to do. So what is catalase test? Hydrogen peroxide. If bacteria has catalase, it will become oxygen and water. And this is bubble. So catalase test, there is 2 ways we can do. One way is what we do, like the fact sheet said. You inoculate the bacteria on the left side, on the right side, then you drop H2O2. If one side is bubbling, the bubbling is oxygen is generated, then it is catalase test positive. But we get some problem today. Why? This is the blood agar. And you always remember, catalase test can never do on blood agar. Why? Because blood agar could have oxygen there. So if you do catalase test on a blood agar, you may get a false positive. You get a bubbling. This is a common mistake lots of the clinical people will make. Why? So they cultivation on the blood agar, we want to see alpha beta hemolytic. And then when they grow the bacteria, they naturally to dumping H2O2. They thought it's an easy way. However, you're going to get false positive. So what we do? Today, you need to pick a colony from here. Have a glass slide. A glass slide, draw a big circle in the middle. And then have the drop H2O2 first. Then use a loop to pick goes here and mix it. You will see a big bubbling. Then it is positive. Otherwise, it's negative. Okay, now the question: why we need to determine catalase test? Why we need to use catalase test? Because it's the easiest way to differentiate Staphylococcus versus Streptococcus. Staphylococcus is positive, Streptococcus is negative. That's why we use this to determine. The reason is, if you see beta hemolytic, it could be streptococcus. It could be staphylococcus. And we don't know which one is which, so the first determination is we using catalase test. What are the second one we can do? Well, of course it's gram stain. Don't forget the steps, crystal violet, gram iodine, 95% alcohol decoloration, and counterstain with saffron. And what we do, 10x go to 100x with oil immersion. What we should record in?
Reaction.
Gram reaction, positive or negative. What are second one? Morphology, shape of the bacteria. What's the last one?
Arrangement.
Cell arrangement. So, today's work, two of you work together. From you throughout the culture agar plates, pick beta hemolytic pinpoint colony. If you don't have it, then we'll pick the alpha hemolytic. Okay? Each of you can do two. Do the gram stain. You can do it individually or you work together. It's up to you. First of all, pick the colony to do catalase test. All the glass slides. Is that positive or negative? This glass slides can only do catalase test. You need to throw away. Have another glass slide to do gram stain. I would suggest everybody do it individually. Then two of you to pick the best one. Take a picture. Finish your report. That will be unknown number 2. The deadline is 2 weeks from today. Okay, that's very simple. Remember, lab report is as important as the exam, so make sure you do a good job. How we do? Two of you work together, do catalase test first in a glass slides. Then, you guys pick beta hemolytic pinpoint colony and do gram stain individually. Pick the best one. Two of you will have a best one. Take a picture, submit lab report as a pairs. Okay? Now, in order to help you, I'm going to go into every single bench to point the colony for you, which one you should pick. Because otherwise you get a completely misunderstanding. Okay, so I'm going to go every single bench.